Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I have a very interesting concept for you. This is the vanilla flying machine, and inside this box here there is a machine that is going to allow us to fly. Now this works in creative mode and survival, and of course I'm flying now in creative mode, and it's not the same type of flight because this uses the WASD keys on the keyboard, and this machine will allow us to fly without pressing any of those keys. So inside this chest right here are the controls. We have a lever to stop, we have a helmet to go up, and then we have items to move forward on the x-axis and backwards, and the same for the z as well. And so if you don't know what the x and y axes are, if you press F3 you can see the x, y, z's coordinates of your location on the world. If I go forward in this direction, that is the x-axis, and then this one is the z-axis. So let's go back over here and start off the machine. We want to go up first of all. So if I hold the helmet in my hand, you can see we're going up at a nice and steady pace. And then let's select the boots and go forward on the x-axis, which is this direction here. And then if we select the pick, we will go backwards on the same axis like that. You can see we're traveling in this direction now, and the same thing for the z. We can go forward in this direction and then backwards as well. And all of this is customizable as well. You can make it move you at a much faster speed than what we're going at the moment. And so then if we hold the lever in our hand, we're going to stop flying and just stay wherever we are. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing but in survival mode, and just bear in mind this might look a little bit nauseous because there is more involved this time. So anyway, let's grab the controls like before. First of all, we want to go up into the sky, so let's select the helmet and up we go. You can see going right up into the sky, and now let's move along in the x-axis towards the sun. Over here you can see we're moving along just fine. And let's go back again. So you can see it works in survival mode as well. And I guess by now you're probably wondering how this works. Some of you have probably figured it out, but let's go into a test world and I can show you exactly how this works. So this is the vanilla flying machine right here, and this was possible thanks to a guy called Moesh, who is the author of the map Calamity. He showed me the trick that makes this machine work, and I don't know if he's the guy who discovered it, but if he hadn't shown me that I wouldn't have thought of using it for a flying machine. So first of all, let's cover the flying part. These command blocks at the back teleport you relative to where you are. So the squiggly line means it's just going to teleport you up one block rather than to a coordinate. And so you can see here we have going 1 for the x and then -1 on the x coordinate as well. And so then when we hold an item in our hand, we can activate one of these command blocks, and this is the cool trick that Moesh showed me. If we use /enchant at player, and 5 is respiration and then level 0, so if we had a helmet in our hand it wouldn't even enchant it, but what it would do is it would give us an output using a comparator if we couldn't actually enchant that. So when I have nothing in my hand, we can't do any enchantments at all, and that means that all of these are active. So what we have here is a clock to control both sets of command blocks, and so this is overriding this command block being activated by the clock at the back here because it's powered by the comparator. So when we hold a particular item in our hands, then this comparator will turn off because we're going to be holding the diamond helmet, which works with respiration, and so that turns off, and then the clock can activate the command block at the back. And it's really that simple. We have a different enchantment for each different type of item. So this one here is feather falling, so we can use that on boots because these items are unique to that enchantment. So now when I hold that item, you'll see I'll start moving over on the x-axis, and then we simply have one of them for each type of item. So for this we have silk touch, I think we use punch on the bow and sharpness on the sword. So that is really all there is to it, and in the demonstration that I showed you earlier I had some different settings for this in the creative mode and survival. In creative mode I was travelling at 3 blocks instead of 1, just so it was more apparent that I was actually flying around with this machine, and then in survival mode you have to factor in that you fall down as well each time. So what I'd do is I'd add 3.1 on the y-axis. So if we were to take that up one, this would be 4.1, and then that means when you get teleported across it's going to factor in that you're going to fall down. So if you're here it's going to teleport you across and then upwards, and so you'll fall down by the time the clock activates you again and then teleports you over to the next bit where you fall down again. And so if you want to play around with this, there'll be some downloads to the schematics for both the creative mode and the survival mode as well in the description box. And if you want to like this video, it is really appreciated, it helps support the channel. And if you want to watch some more of my videos, there are links on the screen and in the description box. And so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.